See, if we did not take that off, we would never get a clean install. Oh my God. This isn't even that old. Look at that. Lincoln Navigator in the shop today. We are gonna transform this thing. We're putting Opticle Matte PPF on the entire vehicle. This is a huge job. It's gonna take multiple people, 5 days to complete it. We'll probably have 100+ hours into this project. We're gonna get started here. It's day one, which is prep and disassembly day. So we washed the car as best as we could and pressure washed everything. And this is why we have to take some of this trim off. You see all that dirt and sand buildup. Once we put film on the vehicle, this dirt and sand, because we have to use a soap water solution mix, this could end up coming down into the film and creating contamination in the film. So in order to get the cleanest install possible, we're gonna take trim and stuff like this off. Nice, holy crap. Look at all that dirt. Oh my God. See, if we did not take that off, we would never get a clean install. Oh my God. This isn't even that old. Look at that. This is a 2024 model with only 1,200 miles on it, and you can see when we're installing film, taking that extra time to remove pieces like this, it's so important to get a nice, clean install. For this door handle, you can see we don't have much slack to pull this out. I gotta disconnect this right here, but there's not much to pull out here, so I'm gonna show you a little trick. We got a zip tie here. Now this zip tie, come around here, and you gotta wrap it around right here. Pull this and get it nice and tight, so if that falls down, you got something to kind of get it out, because it's going to be really hard if that falls down into there to be able to get this back up. So now that that's there, we can pull this off. So there's a little clip at the bottom here, just pull that down and then pull that out, and now we can let that go in there, and we have this just in case it falls down inside there. We can pull it back. All right, the trim is out on the doors. We took the trim off back here too. Look at all that dirt. It's so nasty. That would have been in our install for sure. I don't know if we'll have to take those lights off or not, but we took the entire back apart because this big light assembly, again, you can see all that dirt that's sitting behind there, and then that trim piece too. We just don't want any of that dirt to fall in our install. We want it as clean as possible. You can see over here, we took one door handle out. We're gonna take one door handle out at a time as we install, and then we'll put the door handle back in. So normally, there's a couple different ways to do installs, right? You can cut a pattern, and then you can do this separately and have a little bit of a line in there with the door handle. But for us, it's so easy to take that door handle out and just do one solid piece. It's gonna be a better install, it's gonna look better, and I'd rather just do it that way than to have a bunch of pieces and seams. All right, this is a rubber wheel. It's just connected to a drill. This makes easy work of removing this adhesive. It's a lot better than trying to use an adhesive remover in your fingers. It just makes really quick, easy work of this. A little scary to use at first, but perfectly safe. It's a rubber wheel. We'll just do a light polish after we remove this. All right, the next step in the process is to plot out all the patterns for the vehicle. We're gonna load in the PPF to the plotter, and then we're gonna use this software program here, which has preloaded all the patterns into the software so we can cut them out and make the install quick and easy. We do extend a lot of these edges when we're doing a matte PPF job. We wanna make sure that we have as much coverage as possible on the vehicle. So we're gonna load the PPF into the plotter system, and this is gonna cut the PPF patterns to precision and get a super nice install on this car. Okay, getting ready to lay the first panel. Gonna clean all the edges really nice. We're gonna wrap all these edges so you don't see any seams here. So we use a solvent remover to remove anything that may be stuck to the edges there. We want it to stick really, really nice. If you've made it this far in the video, please give it a thumbs up. I would be very thankful. And make sure you're subbed to the channel because we make videos on detailing and film education every week.
I'm just cutting the film for the hood. We did the fenders, but first thing I usually like to do the hood and then continue with the rest of the car. But since we did the fenders, we're just gonna do the hood now. Wait that to dry the edges, and then we're gonna continue with the rest of the car. I usually like to feel it this way to see if it's any contamination or something. Just making sure because it's a big film, so I don't want to waste it. It's gonna take me only 2 minutes just to check everything before I put the film up. So this is the safest way to do it. Showtime.
If you want to learn how to install paint protection film for yourself, look in the description below. We teach other business owners how to install film and run successful businesses.
What's next? The next step, actually, we're gonna let this dry because there's a big stretch right here. We can't cut it right now. We have to let it sit for half an hour or an hour. By the meantime, we're just gonna do the doors and then we'll come back, we'll trim this, wrap the edges and continue with the rest of the car.
If you're looking to get film put on your vehicle, look in the description below. We have a map of optical installers near you. All right, day number 2, the guys are cruising along. Looks like they got the doors done. Thomas is working on the quarter panel. The transformation has begun. And it kind of looks like weird with this. So you got like the panels, you got some gloss and some matte. You're like, I don't know if it's gonna look good yet, but once it all gets done and gets put back together, it's gonna look sweet. This is where I just wait for them to do their thing and then I say, good job. You getting ready to do the back?
I'm getting ready to do the roof.
The roof?
Yeah.
Is it in 2 pieces, the roof?
No, 1.
Okay.
1 piece, my friend.
Day 3 update. This is where things get a little tedious. We're gonna work on all the small areas. So they have wrapped the front bumper. All these areas down here, they're gonna be gloss. But it's one of those things where like the smallest pieces are the most difficult and take the most time. So look at that bumper, all those little pieces. There's several different pieces that we'll have to put down there. And then this is all the gloss film that'll go on there. You can see how many little different pieces that'll go on the car. And it just takes time. We just do one at a time. And on the sides here, everything is done. We still have the back bumper to do and just did the rear so we can start putting that back together, which is nice. And I want to show you a little bit something. So on this, look at how scratched these trim pieces are. They scratch so easily. So what we're going to do is put a black gloss PPF on there on that trim piece, all these side trim pieces here. And then we're going to do a black gloss film here as well. And it'll have that contrast of that black and the satin black, which is gonna look amazing. So one piece at a time, just one piece at a time. Also back here, you can see after we're done with everything, we're gonna polish. So I'll polish these taillights and everything. Headlights will be getting gloss PPF, but we'll polish this. And then we're gonna put a ceramic coat on everything. The windows, the film, and make it really easy to clean and wash. But this thing, it's coming together. We got 2 more days on this, hopefully. Day number 5, the guys have done a great job on all of the PPF film. It is now time to lay some window tint. For the window tint film, we're using LLumar ceramic film, one of the best films on the market. And we're gonna match the 2 front windows to the factory tinted glass on the back of the car. You can see me shaping the film. We put the film on the outside of the window, shape it with the heat gun and a hard card, and then when we install the film, it's actually gonna go on the inside of the glass. And before you leave a comment down below, no, I do not lay plastic down on the doors. I've actually seen more damage when doing this, because if water gets trapped on the top of that door panel, it can actually cause that material to bubble. I've seen it. This is a soap and water mix. It's not gonna hurt anything. I just wipe it up as I work. All right, for these back windows, we're using a special film. Now, this factory glass doesn't have any infrared heat rejection and not a lot of UV protection. So this is a film that's pretty much clear, that's not gonna darken the window, but it's gonna add that infrared heat rejection, which is important to this customer. So close to having this car done. I can't wait for you to see the final result. I'm putting the car back together, but I still have some work to do to get ready to apply all the coatings that we're gonna put on the vehicle. I get this question a lot. Yes, you can polish headlights and taillights just like you can polish paint. And these ones are really bad. They're scratched up, even though this is considered a new car. I consider what we do is we make cars look better than new. I'm gonna be putting on a coating that is made for matte film or matte paint onto the surface. This is gonna help keep the car cleaner for longer and make maintenance much, much easier. But before I go around the entire vehicle, I gotta check all the edges on the film, and then I'm gonna wipe the film down with a coating prep solvent so we get the best adhesion for the actual coating. For the wheels, I'm using Naziel ZR53. I'm gonna just coat the faces here. It's gonna make it much easier to clean. Also, if you like this type of video, let me know down below. We love sharing the process of detailing and protecting cars. And I know for many of us, it just feels good to drive a nice, clean car, to be proud of the things that we've accomplished in life and just enjoy the fruits of our labor. So coating matte film can be a little tricky. You don't want to leave streaks on it, otherwise it ends up looking like a zebra stripes. And the trick with Gyeon Matte Coating is to work fast. When you wipe the coating on, you're going to want to immediately wipe it off, and you want to work way outside of where you actually apply the coating to make sure that you blend it in and that there's no streaking. And I use lots of towels to do this to make sure that there's no coating buildup on the towels that I'm using. I want to thank you for watching this transformation. We worked hard on this. If you're looking to get your own car wrapped or detailed or window tinted, please check the description below for some information. And we hope to see you on the next video.